Morning. My name is Kevin Santos. I'm an attorney here in Pennsylvania. My office is located in Allentown. I am the founding member of a law firm here called Santos Law Group. Our firm has a few areas of practice. One that we're going to talk about today is what I'm going to refer to as crimmigration. Crimmigration is a unique area of practice. Specifically, it is criminal defense for individuals that are not U.S. citizens. It's important that you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen and you have the unfortunate happenstance of running afoul of the law, you are not in a very good place, as it were, I guess. More specifically, it's very important that you contact a criminal defense attorney that understands the immigration consequences of any sort of result of any criminal activity. I have run into many situations, unfortunately, where families of individuals that are not U.S. citizens have come into my office and have told me that their attorney for the criminal defense had told them that it was a great deal that they were offered. Um, they'll go home, but unfortunately, that particular defense attorney did not understand the immigration consequences of that particular conviction. In short, if you're not a US citizen, a plea deal may be absolutely fantastic if you were a US citizen. But the reality is even the smallest details that are missed by a criminal defense attorney that does not understand immigration can cause you or your loved one to end up being in deportation proceedings. Let me give you some examples. If you plead out, let's just say that you end up having police pull you over and you have a small amount of marijuana in your car, a blunt or something small for your own person. Or let's just say you're sitting out in the stoop in front of your house and you're smoking a little weed, and the police come by and you end up getting charged with possession of small amount of marijuana. It's a small offense, classes out at about a third degree misdemeanor. Most jurisdiction or counties in Pennsylvania, they'll it doesn't even get to the big courthouse. You end up pleading out at in front of the magistrate, and they'll give you what, like a $50 fine or $100 fine, or it's really not that big of a deal anymore at the state level, depending on the county that you're in. The problem, though, is that if you're not a citizen, what happens is that under the federal guidelines, which is what immigration follows, marijuana is still a CSA violation, Controlled Substances Act violation. And if you have a green card and you plead out to a small amount of marijuana, that in and of itself is a standalone deportable offense. You'll end up getting placed in deportation proceedings. It is absolutely imperative that you understand that if you run into criminal problems with the law, that you need to consult with an attorney that understands not only criminal defense on the one side, but understands what the results could incur or cause on you on the other side for immigration purposes. Because it really, you may end up not paying a big fine or something very simple or just getting straight probation, but what you need to understand is that whatever happens here starts the ball rolling over here on the immigration side. Many times families will come to me and they'll say, "Well, that's not what happened over here in front of the judge. That's not the facts." And I have to hold out my hands and I'm saying, "I'm sorry, but the way that the immigration process works, immigration picks up and starts where the criminal conviction left off. So it doesn't matter what happened here that led to the conviction or led to your plea agreement. The only thing that the immigration judge cares about is what you pled to. So it's absolutely imperative that you understand what you pled to and what the immigration consequences are on the other side, because there's no rolling back the clock on that. In most instances, we have had situations where we were able to roll back the clock. And we've been successful, but that is very rare, and that's not something that you want to hang your hat on. The best thing to do is to prepare in advance with an attorney, a crimmigration attorney, that is a criminal defense attorney that understands and practices in immigration as well as criminal defense. What you need to do, practically speaking, is this. If you are in trouble with the law and you have a criminal defense attorney, you need to go to that criminal defense attorney and you need to ask them, are you a crimmigration attorney? If they look at you like you got three heads, then you need to find an attorney that understands exactly what crimmigration is, because that attorney does not know immigration as well as they should. Only attorneys that practice immigration within the context of crimmigration will understand the consequences of of a criminal plea deal on the immigration. So if you have any questions whatsoever, if you are an individual and you got something pending, maybe you just got a little DUI, or maybe you got caught stealing something at the bodega, or anything of that sort, right up to serious matters like possession with intent to deliver. That's a really big issue. That is the kiss of death, a PWI. Be careful what you plead out to. Give our office a call. I have no problem discussing uh, whatever issue that you may have, criminal defense issue, or criminal issue that you may have, and just talking things through, making sure that you're comfortable with the representation that you have, and the advice that you're being given. It's always a good thing to get a second opinion, especially if you're not a U.S. citizen, because quite frankly, it could mean the difference between seeing your family at Christmas and never seeing your family again because you've been deported, permanently barred. Again, my name is Kevin Santos. I'm a criminal defense and immigration defense attorney here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Um, my firm is Santos Law Group. We have attorneys that practice in multiple different areas, and we're going to talk more about criminal defense and other areas as we progress. But it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.